Wall Street Memes Casino.
I'm fine.
And Sportsbook.
This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We are here in Coventry ahead of GBM'S Into the Fire live on DAZN Saturday night. Sky Dome joined by promoter Izzy Asif. Izzy, this card is absolutely stacked from top to bottom. You had to have 3 press conferences to get everyone on, mate.
Yeah, I know, mate. Listen, if you asked me start of the week, I thought, yeah, everything's going well. We've had a horrendous week as a promoter. And somebody asked me earlier on, by far the hardest week as a promoter I've had.
Really?
Yeah, we've had pull-out. I think we've had 7 pull-outs this week. When I say pull-outs, I mean for either medical reasons, opponents falling out, things that shouldn't happen last minute, but you can't control. Listen, we're in the boxing business, Joe. You know anything can happen in this game, and we just roll with the punches.
Yeah, we'll start off with Danny Quartermain. Literally just spoke to him, and he just said, grateful to you for getting this new opponent set in. And as far as the opponents go, this guy's tough. He's been in with the likes of Liam Paro, the likes of John O'Carroll. So this isn't just a replacement, it's a replacement with both titles still on the line and a great chance for Danny Quartermain.
Yeah, absolutely. When you hear a week before your fight or 6 days, your opponent's out of injury, you're thinking that's all you're done with. So I got a message from Danny, I think Sunday night, saying, is this true? And I thought, I'm just going to call him Monday when we've got a confirmation. Luckily, we got it over the line. And he's in a good fight. He's going to fight that. James is going to come and stand there and give it him. He's not going to have an easy ride and just do it for a payday. He's going to really give it. And Danny's going to have to show some grit in this. And I feel like pressure's on Danny Quartermain. He sold the tickets. He's in a home patch. James only got a call on Monday to say, come on, you're fighting for 2 titles. Got nothing to lose, so pressure's on.
Noel Berry de Rosa. Noel Berry's got that presence about him as a fighter. He's a man of few words. I've spoke to him, but as he put it very adaptly up there, badness.
Yeah. Listen, I'm good. I'm glad he fucking fights better than he talks, I tell you that. He's so calm, isn't he? You won't believe he's an absolute animal in that ring. Honestly, Joe, I don't know if you watched him, but I met him first time in John Pegg's gym in Birmingham, and I just got this aura about her. Something about fighters. When you don't even see him throw a punch, and I just got this aura about this kid. I bet he can fight. And I watched him spar, then I watched him fight, and I thought, wow, this is somebody I want to sign. I believe he's one of the best super bantamweights in the country. Bar possibly Liam Davies, I believe he beats 1 or 2 more fights, because it's his first 10-rounder, and obviously the other lads have got a lot of experience. Next 2 or 3 fights, I'll chuck him in there with most super bantamweights in the country without a shadow of doubt.
I think probably my favourite fight on the card is River Wilson-Bent versus Matt McCullum. Matt McCullum 2 fights ago had an extremely razor-thin decision loss to Jordan Reynolds, and we know what River Wilson-Bent brings. Proper 50-50 fight.
Listen, that's what we're about at GBM. We'll try our best to put the 50-50 fights on. I keep saying it, Joe. I want to come here as a promoter, not knowing which way the fights are going to go. And River Wilson-Bent and Matt McCullum. I watched Matt spar against Hamza Shiraz recently, and Matt can fight. He's serious, and you've seen the kind of stir-up we've done here. Obviously, none of my fault, that stir-up. It just naturally happened, Joe, as it does. I reckon you could be right. That'll Niall Berry and Francesco Dawson could be absolute screamers.
Talk about the 2 Irish lads, the 2 kind of from what I'm getting from you, star boys of the future, Tiernan Bradley and Kieran Malloy. Great fight last time from Kieran Malloy. Has to come through a lot of adversity, but that's what you want to see in young fighters. And Tiernan Bradley, someone who's been spoken about for a very, very long time.
Listen, Kieran Malloy, 225 amateur fights, 205 wins. For me, Joe, he showed a lot of bottle in the last fight. It's all good. When he's had 200 fights, he can box, he can move, he's got a certain level of skill set. But how much heart has he got? How much bollocks has he got when it's hard? And that's what he showed me. And that's what, as a promoter, I want to see in a fighter. How much has he got it when it's not going his way? So good looking great when he's on offensive and you're on top of him. What is it like when you go on the floor, when you're not getting it your way? How do you react? And he showed me, got off the floor, and he showed me heart, grit, determination, resilience. And I really believe, he's one of the fighters that we've got could go all the way. But he's got another tough test ahead of him, and he's got a few fights where he's got to get up there. It's all good having the say and having the talk. You've got to deliver. And Tiernan Bradley, he's exciting. You can see him. He's got that bit of cockiness about him, a bit of that arrogance I feel like you need as a fighter. But first thing he said to me, he goes, I would have fought Adam Azim on Saturday, take me anybody. He's told me he's beat Dalton Smith, and you know I'm a good friend of Dalton, and he's a Sheffield boy, and us Yorkshire lads stick together, George, you know, you outcast us down, you Londoners anyway, don't you? So we're gonna,
Maybe. No.
you don't class us in the country, you guys. But Dalton's a good friend of mine. I've known Dalton since a little kid, and he's beat him, and Dalton's future world champion, and a big name in British boxing, world boxing. He's beat him in the amateurs. He wants to look at them kind of names, really exciting talent. Them two Irish duos, are probably our best two sidings.
Tiernan and Bradley, though, you look at that division, certainly from an Irish standpoint, Pierce O'Leary, Sean McComb, Tyrone McKenna, you could put a show on out there and make a hell of a fight.
Listen, I want to put a show on Ireland. You know the Irish fans are so passionate. You can get in a taxi in Ireland and they'll know everything about a boxing, who's a world champion, who's a current world champion, who's a defending world champion at every division going. And Ireland is one of the places, and obviously with the signings we've done, we can make it happen. And who knows, there was talks about potentially doing something this summer, but we've got to get this one over the line and see what it is. But yeah, some big exciting nights, and maybe get these two fighting each other, who knows? Listen, we're in the money business, anything could happen. Never say never, I say. Kieran Malloy versus Tiernan Bradley, Look, who knows, Joe? It's a crazy business out there. Who would have thought Frank and Eddie be working together? A bit of Benjamin, and we're all working together. Us promoters, anything, give us a bit of that, we're all working together. Listen, it's good, and the talk's a lot about all the promoters working. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I really do. And you'd be crazy not to as a boxing fan. We're in this industry where there's a lot of can't work on that network, and what happens is you miss the fights. You and me as fans, or you in the game, we miss out. And then you get people like going to UFC saying, oh, then the fights. And I think this is a pivotal point and a paramount situation where boxing's going to take a change. And these promoters working I feel like is a start of a massive kind of revolution. Yeah, a real kind of dynamic change where things are going to change and promoters are going to make. And you've seen yesterday, all the big boy promoters were there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yesterday you had Ben Shalom, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren and Shalom Sauerland on one table. 3 years' time, you're going to be the 5th member of that crew?
3 years. Are you having a laugh? Are you fucking having a laugh?
I was going to say 5.
I feel like... Cheeky bastard. Listen, come on. Listen, who knows? With me, Joe, I don't even know myself. 6 months maybe, who knows? Some of these kids who are fighting now, Berry, when they get to 12, 13 and we get the right fight offered, it could happen. I've got a great working relationship with all the promoters. I don't ever hold any grudges or anything. It's business. I can make it happen. But yeah, listen, the only top promoter we're missing was Izzy Asif. I don't know if you heard of that Izzy Asif geezer.
I heard he's doing a show in Coventry this week.
Talks a lot of bollocks, but he's all right.
Tori Ellis put a bit of pressure on you up at the press conference today. She wants that British title next, so you've got to make it happen against Tyson Gallagher.
Listen, they were calling for it. Let's make it happen. Let's. And I know Tyson's confident. She just won the British title. If she wants Tori Ellis, Tyson Gallagher, I think it's a fantastic fight. Best fight, the best. Let's make it happen and go on there. With the women's fights, 2-3 wins and they're up there with the world title contentions. She's exciting, Tori Ellis, and I'm glad we've got her on. Another one, only just got her on, last minute kind of thing, but yeah, it's exciting.
Arlo Stevens just walked behind, the man mountain behind me. He looks exciting, doesn't he, as a heavyweight? And you want a heavyweight to kind of spearhead your company.
Yeah, come on. And they're confident in him. His team are really confident. Not being matched easy in the sense it's only his second fight. And, you look at some of the opponents he's got. Other prospects have had them in the 7th and 8th fight. So he's excited. The unit, like I said, he looks apart. I want to see a bit more about him. I think he's going to put a bit of pressure on. He's got the win in his first one. But I think he's going to go out there, really make an impression. Joe, the good thing about being on DAZN is it's opportunity not for me just as a promoter. These fighters to showcase their skill. Show the world out there how good they are. We've given you the platform. You've got the promotion outfit. Go there, steal the show. And this is what excites me. And it's going to be a good night, and you can build the kind of atmosphere. And me enticing £1,000 for best knockout a night didn't go there.
I was going to ask you about that. You spoke to your accountant yet?
I'm fucked. I'm going to get some bollocking. I've just seen him give me dirty looks on back of there. What is he doing again? Shut up. But listen, we're in the showbiz business, we're in the entertainment business. I can't help myself when somebody listen, I want the crowd to be entertained. I want you guys to be entertained. I want the viewers out there to be entertained. I want DAZN to be happy. So I've offered them some money for the best knockout of the night. Go out there, steal the show.
Yeah, just to finish up then, let's talk about that 4-lettered massive broadcast company, DAZN. First show, you just got to hope it's the start of a very, very good working relationship. And a show like this, you don't need to hope because you've got come through already.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Joe, I'm not saying it just because we're partners with them. They've been brilliant. They really have. They've been so supportive of our backroom team. They've collaborated with all the stuff. They really want it. And they said something good the other day. One of the lads were telling me, they said, you're the DAZN family now, like Matchroom are. And that means a lot when it's not just about you're just another promoter. They want us to push. They want us to succeed. And what a platform. 200 different countries across the world, 20 million subscribers, 4.5 million YouTube subscribers. Massive platform, and they've got the vision to spread boxing all over the world. And you heard Amir up there, he wants to take boxing to Kurdistan. Let it be. Take it to anywhere you want. We're ready to go. If DAZN are there, we're there. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Tune in Saturday night, live from 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock on the YouTube channel, 7 o'clock live on the DAZN channel. Listen, it's going to be a memorable night, historic night for GBM, and I'm hoping we see some knockouts. Not too many, because I'll be fucking skint if we do.
Izzy Asif, thank you very much. Speak to IFLTV.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.